Hey everybody, and thanks for tuning back into Hess Hog Sport. Today we're going to do beef ribs, beef short ribs, but we're going to do them cut a little differently. Now I stopped in at Grillo's there in Lake St. Louis, and you need to get in there today. You need to go see Mike before these sell out. If you come close and take a look at these are massive, great marbling, 3 bones. These are ready to go. They're so simple to make, guys, and I'm going to walk you through how to do it. But what you do is once you get them opened up, you're going to take and you're going to keep the fat on the bottom of that, right? If we were doing a pork rib, we would remove that. Since we're doing a beef rib, we leave that on there. That will render out and it keeps it together. So please don't make the mistake of removing that. The bone side is what stays down. You don't want to put them on your smoker like this. You want to put them on your smoker like that. Simple enough so far, right? What we're going to do is I want something to bind with the rub we're going to use. So you know I love to use duck fat, so I'm going to go ahead and spray it. Doesn't take but a second. And all this does is it serves as something to bind with our rub. And then from there, we're going to apply our rub. Now again, beef does not need much help, especially beef ribs. You want the flavor, but I like to use Hard Knocks Barbecue. It's from Pits and Grills there in Springfield, Missouri. And it's T-Bone's Big Bold Beef Rub. You guys should check them out. When we want to apply a pretty liberal coat to our ribs, I've got my pellet smoker. It's a Rectech. I've been using that here for the past couple weeks and I'm really enjoying it. I've got it set at 285 degrees. I want it at a higher temp just so it helps the meat kind of render out. And I'm using a pellet. Basically it's called Smoke Ring Barbecue Pellets. And it's the best I've found so far. It's got great flavor. It does produce a smoke ring like anything else, but I've been really happy with the results of it. Initially, when we put it on the smoker, we're gonna leave it on there for 3 hours. This is something that gets to the temperature doneness of 205 degrees. Probably when we're at about 170 degrees, I'll wrap these just to help take them through the process of getting tender. We'll have to see because it's the first time I'm doing them on my pellet smoker. So now that we've got these seasoned, and these, I don't know if you're able to get close to that, but hey, look at the size of this, guys. This is a great looking beef rib. Again, I got these right there from Grillo's there in Lake St. Louis. You need to stop in. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these out to the smoker, put them on there, stop talking, and wait to see what's next. Thanks for watching. Okay, so we got our Rectech Bull at 275 degrees. I know I said 85 earlier, meant to 275. These are the pellets I was talking about. They're called Smoke Ring Barbecue Pellets. And guys, I tell you, I've done pork, chicken, beef, seafood so far with this, and I've loved it on all the proteins. So if you get a chance, check it out. And all we're going to do is we're going to open it up and put them, and again, bone side down, bone side down. We're gonna close this, and we're not gonna look at this for the next 3 hours. See you guys in a few. Thanks for watching. Okay, so we're right at an hour, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna open this up, and we're just gonna rotate the ribs just to make sure they get an even amount of heat, even amount of cook. Even amount of smoke. I'm still learning the hot spots on this smoker, and I don't want to take any chances. So let's see what they're looking like after an hour. They are looking pretty good. So we're just going to spin them like so. And I didn't mention it before, but I keep a little water pan. I got that at Restaurant Depot. That just helps the humidity like I would when I would use my stick burn smokers. Enough talking. Let's get this closed up, and we'll see you guys in another 2 hours. Thanks for watching. Okay guys, we're right at 3 hours in. So we're going to open it up and take a look at them. And what we're going to do is we're just going to probe them and see where they're at. We're looking, right now I'm getting a read of about 160, 170 degrees. So the end game temp I need it to be at is going to be right at 205. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap them. And all we're doing when we're wrapping them is we're going to help them get tender. Now we'll keep them wrapped for right at 2 hours, or excuse me, right at an hour I should say. Shouldn't take much longer than that. Some people like to put a beef broth in there or something like that. I don't. I think it's necessary, but you can look and see where the meat's starting to pull away from the bone. You want to see that. You can see where the fat's starting to render out. All good things, but you don't want to rush this. concerned if it's fat side up, down, anything like that, because it's wrapped. The foil's going to protect it. We're going to leave it like so. Close this up. Leave it alone for another hour. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Okay, so we're right at 1 hour in. We're going to check and see what the temp looks like. So if you want to come close, we're going to open up one of these ribs that we wrapped. Gloves are good to have. And you can see that coming right out of there. You can see the juice in there. That's all from the rib. And we're just going to go about midway through, and we're looking at just over 200, which we want to see. So we're going to close it back up. We're going to take these inside. We're going to let these rest right at 30 minutes. Then it'll be time to cut in and eat. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay, it's been 30 minutes. We've had an opportunity to let the ribs rest, and we're going to open them up and have you come a little bit closer and take a look at them. And these look great, folks. I want to show you something on the very bottom. Remember when I talked about how you wouldn't trim any of the fat or the membrane? Here's why. When it renders out, in this instance, the bones basically you're ready to pull right out. So this one did a really good job of rendering out, but I just wanted to show that to you. And just to kind of recap what we did, right? We went to Grillo's. We got these great looking beef ribs. Look great, great marbling. We got them home. We used our duck fat, sprayed them with duck fat. From there, we used our T-Bones Big Bold Beef Rib Rub. We rubbed them. We got the smoker going at 275. We used our smoke ring pellets. They did a wonderful job. We put them on the smoker right at 3 hours at 275. We rotated them once just to make sure they got an even cook. From there, they were temping right at 165, about 170 degrees. We wrapped them in foil, kept it at 275. From there, we took them inside. They were right at the 205, brought them inside, let them rest for right at 30 minutes. And really, it's there's a lot of talking. Let's get to cutting into it. So this bone, we're just going to take right out. So you know, we've had a little success there when we're pulling bones out, and you can see there's just nothing left on them. So that's what you want to see. And we're going to go ahead and carve right into this and just look to see how we did. And as you can see, it's nice and juicy. It's got a really good smoke ring to it. Let's just cut a little piece off. Yeah, these turned out pretty doggone good, if I do say so myself. I'm gonna go ahead and do the right thing, and I want to taste test these just to make sure it's safe. You know, I got a family, make sure I don't give them bad food. That's exactly what you want it to taste like. Guys, you need to get into Grillo's. You need to get these beef ribs before he sells out. If you get a chance, make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.